In this video, I'm going to show you how to get to 100,000 followers in 2026. No BS guide. I'm not here to waste your time. There's no fluff in this video, so make sure you lock in and pay attention. You can find me on TikTok, just so you know that I know what I'm talking about, because I have 98,000 followers. Please don't follow me. When it comes to growing on social media, you have to pick a niche. You don't want to post a bunch of random videos because you're not going to be able to build a fan base like that. When you think of a TV show, all the episodes are the same. Episode 1 of SpongeBob, episode 2 of SpongeBob. It has the same characters, the same sort of theme. Now, if you had episode 1 of SpongeBob be SpongeBob and episode 2 of SpongeBob be Family Guy, you wouldn't be able to build a fan base that way because it's two completely different shows. So that's why you want to pick a niche. Picking a niche could be really scary because there's so many different things to pick from, right? A lot of people make the mistake of picking something they're not passionate about. So for example, some niches make more money than others. So a lot of people will pick a finance niche, right? Because that makes the most money. But in reality, they know nothing about finance and they're miserable and they hate making videos. Instead of going for the money, I want you to figure out, what do you and your future followers have in common? For me particularly, I have type 1 diabetes. I started making videos about type 1 diabetes, and that's how I grew my following. The next thing you want to do is you want to find what works, and then you have to stick to it. So when you first start posting content, you're going to be terrible. You're not going to get that many views because you're new at it. It's almost like the new guy who goes to the gym. He doesn't just show up and start benching 300 pounds. It takes some time to get there. It takes some time to build up the skill. It's the same thing with content creation. It's the same thing with anything in life. But eventually, when you're sticking to some sort of niche, maybe you switch niches a couple times because you're not as passionate about it anymore. Finally, you're going to find something that works. Something is going to get 100,000 views. Something is going to get 1,000,000 views. And that is your ticket to success. Once you find something, some sort of anomaly, right? Now you need to stick to it. You need to double down on this formula right here and keep making videos just like this. Now, don't copy it word for word. Don't recreate it. Don't repost it. What you want to do is you want to take inspiration from your own post and make a lot of different videos just like it. Real quick on a side note, a lot of creators don't do this because they'll find what works, they'll blow up on social media, and then they just decide that they want to do something completely different. And that's why you see a lot of people on TikTok with hundreds of thousands of followers, but they only get 300 views. So the next thing you want to do is stay consistent, because every single video you post is a free lottery ticket. You don't have to spend any money to buy this lottery ticket, but what this lottery ticket can do for you is it can change your life. All it takes is one video to go viral, right? That's why it's super important to stay consistent, because the longer you're consistent, the faster you find out what works, right? Now, if you don't stay consistent, if you post once every 6 months, you are not going to win, because you're not going to be able to learn. You're not going to be able to improve. That's just not enough. You need to stay consistent by posting one piece of short form content a day, or at least every other day. Just don't forget about it. You need to stick to it. And at least on YouTube, at least once a week. And then when you really find what works, on short form at least, you want to start posting 3 times a day, because that's how you blow the fuck up. The next thing I want you to do is read these books right here. Expert Secrets is a book about entrepreneurship, but to be completely honest, entrepreneurship and content creation are practically the same thing. In Expert Secrets, it talks about finding your niche. So if you're having a hard time finding your niche, make sure you read that book. And then the next book that's super important to read is this one, The Iconist, because every time you post a video online, you're competing with thousands of other videos online, right? This book will literally teach you how to tap into the subconscious mind to force people to pay attention to you in your videos. So literally read this book. Read these 2 books because they're life-changing. Like and subscribe, please, because I'm trying to grow this new YouTube channel.